Hey, this is Pam from Follow Your Brush. Come play with me a day early. Guess what? I was going to play with my, if you can see this, Daniel Smith Walnut ink. And I've had this for a long time and I haven't used it for a long time. And when I went to get into it today to play with it, I discovered it was like all on the bottom and totally like residue on the bottom of the jar. I was going to play with this week and see what we could do. But what I have done, and I might be totally out of line, but this is part of my playtime, right? Let me just kind of smack some of this on here. And see what we can do. I was going to talk about Monday and how we're coming into our playtime. And what I mean kind of by playtime, and one of the things I mean is just experimenting and seeing what we can do with stuff in the studio, stuff outside. And yeah, just play. And so one of the things I was going to use this week was this walnut ink. And then lo and behold, let's spritz it and see what it does. It had dried up on me. But I'm going to wet it, spray it, and see what happens. These are kind of dried pieces from the bottom of the jar. Interesting. I didn't know that it would do that. I'm going to just spritz this side. So basically I'm kind of playing early. I'm going to stir this up again. I just have an old plastic knife, picnic knife. I have sprayed my surface. I have some droplets already on it. Let's see what happens if I spritz droplet or put droplets on here on some of my already wet spaces. I'm thinking I can probably reconstitute this stuff because see what it's doing? It's thinning out. Woo. It's going all over the place. Let's paint with a plastic knife, shall we? Oh, this is what I'm talking about when I say we're going to play. It's not going to necessarily be a tutorial. We're just going to try different things and see what happens. Actually, this is kind of pretty, isn't it? This is the Daniel Smith Walnut ink. I did not, however, know that it had dried out in the jar. I'm going to mop this up because that'll get everywhere. This is on the bottom. While I'm mopping, let me just go ahead and see what happens if I do this. That's what playing is all about. It's the great what if, as we say. Like, what if I spritz here? What if we go this direction? Kind of letting things just go and play and do what they want to do. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing this week with all of you as you join me. I will give some reference photos that we can or cannot play with. It's up to you. It's your choice. But look how cool this is. This is that walnut ink that I did not know was dried up in my in my studio. I just added water. It's still pretty thick there on the bottom. Yeah, I can see. I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's a layer on the bottom, like a sediment. So I'm not knowing how that's going to work or if it'll work. Let me try to put a little brush through here. See if I can do anything with that. Probably ruin it. I have painted with walnut ink just a couple times. And it's kind of fun. Different than paint, obviously. Now see how all that has just kind of settled to the bottom of my paper because I have it. This might be fun to do some like pussy willows. Thin this out a little bit. And obviously this is just experimentation and playtime with my walnut ink that I did not know had dried up. So, as I was going to talk to you and explain what I meant by playing, you get a first-hand example of surprises in the studio, not knowing that your supplies had dried up on you. So anyway, I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow, and maybe we can see what happens with this walnut ink, if I can get it to reconstitute a little bit, and see what we can do with that, and also play with some paintings and some watercolor, and just have a good time. And thanks for watching. This is Pam from Follow Your Brush. Like and subscribe if you so desire. And tomorrow we'll introduce our playtime. Bye.